Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Level Up Live on Tuesday, the 12th of May. It is Tech Tuesday. And I've just realised I need to go and close the door so that my family doesn't hear all of this. So bear with me. Sorry, I should have got that organised. Back again. So yeah, there you go. That is Leveling Up Live. This is what a live show is all about. We are just humans and we don't remember everything. And it is very much on the fly. So welcome to the show again. Once again, let's drag that down here. First things first, if you are new to the show, this is show number 22. Today is Tech Tuesday. We're just getting to, I'm going to get a little bit of history, how Tech Tuesdays come about. But tonight what we're going to do is going to follow up last week. I maybe should explain my learning. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so what happened then, we were getting feedback from my own broadcast because there is a lag, and that's how it works. So yeah, Tech Tuesday came about after probably 3 weeks into Level Up Live. This is show number 22, started on Easter Monday, and that was my commitment to level up during lockdown. I'll get to where we are in just a minute and who I am. But we're on to show number 22. The hashtags come out last week, or actually maybe towards the end of the third week, and now they're sort of taking shape into this fourth week. Well, now we're into our fifth week and beyond. So I've been going live every day, Monday to Friday, since Easter Monday. And yeah, here we are. So tonight, Tech Tuesday, we are going to deal with, actually, I'm going to follow up with last week's Tech Tuesday, where I showed you how we were building a resources page using affiliate links and Gutenberg and the Divi Builder and the Ultimate Blocks. But what I realized was, as I was going through last week, I realized that I touched on the affiliate side thing, but I didn't really dive in with what that meant. So I'm going to kind of revisit that and go into the affiliates and show you how that looks in the back end of WordPress. So I've got a staging site up, I've got a live site up. I'll show you what I'm working on, and you can see for yourself, and I'll try and explain how it all kicks in. So so in case you're watching for the first time, I just want to point out that everything you're seeing is a live experiment where I am not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to be. And the whole idea of Level Up Live, the evolution, is that to try and make the world and my world and your world and the world a better place today than it was yesterday, because I'm leveling up and getting better at something, whatever that might be. I'm about to turn on another camera and see what happens, because even in that intro period, what happened was I must have touched something, and the countdown wasn't working quite as it should be. So there's a new camera firing up here, and this scene should take over when I do that. There we go. So now I'm talking to you from the Canon. I'm going to try and switch back and then switch again. And last night that wasn't working for some reason. So let me explain why that is actually important. In the big scheme of things, it's not important. But I'll explain the context of my own leveling up and how we're putting that out there. So Level Up Live started as Lockdown Level Up Live because we are in lockdown. Now, actually, what I should just, I'm going to go off on tangents for the first sort of 15, 10 minutes, but we will get to the thing. So first of all, if you're new to the show and you're just tuning in, be sure to let us know where you are. Are you in lockdown? Just leave a yes in the chat, and you know, it's always good to know. So I'm coming at you from France, and rural France actually, and even if we weren't locked down, we will be in isolation. We are in the middle of nowhere, and I'll explain who we is in just a minute. But please, yeah, are you in lockdown? Leave a comment in the chat. Just say yes. But if you want to go on, just tell us where you are. What does lockdown look like for you? Would love to know. So here we go. So my name's Colin Clapp from Parenting Passports and Profits. If you've not come across me before, you can read a little bit more about me and my family over at parentingpassportsprofits.com. Let's whiz over to this. I'll talk to you from this camera. And we are a world schooling, unschooling, location independent family. We're from New Zealand. When I say we are me and my partner Ellie, and our two girls. Our eldest who is 6, and our youngest who is 15 months. And we have been without permanent home since February 2017. So over 3 years, into our 4th year now, and predominantly that has been in Southeast Asia. We don't pride ourselves on visiting lots of countries. We try and travel very slow. That's how it works for us. That's how we find we have the best quality of life. And yeah, we travel slowly with 2 check bags and 3 carry-ons, and pretty much all our worldly possessions fit in those. So we've been doing this a wee while now, and we love it. And we even brought, so you probably quickly work out, we brought baby number 2 into the world while we were on this adventure. And after she was born, we just felt like we were getting going, and we carried on. So our youngest has only spent less than 10 weeks in her home country of New Zealand, and before she was 10 weeks old, she had a passport, and we were on our way again, and here we are. So when I say here we are, after 3 and a bit years in mainly Southeast Asia, and then just finally in the Philippines, which is still Asia but not maybe Southeast. We went there at the beginning of this year, 2020, and we knew we wanted to move to Europe and continue the sort of next chapter, what we call the European chapter. We wanted that to start in 2020, but we were expecting that to be a bit later on in the year. But serendipity and Lady Luck shone down on us, because they introduced us to a house sit here in France, which we weren't expecting to get, but Ellie applied for it. That's how it works. And lo and behold, they said yes. And it started early March. So that kind of brought our plans forward, but little did we know how, you know, serendipitous and lucky that was, because we got here about a week before lockdown started, and that was just enough time to buy some warm clothing after what was effectively like a 4-year summer, because we'd spent the summer in New Zealand before we left. And yeah, with some warm clothes, get some mobile phone connections, and understand where exactly we are. And then we got locked down. So, but we feel quite privileged. We are in let's see if I can just show you. We're in a rural country house. It's pitch black because it's very late at night here, but I'll be able to show you. We've kind of got this long room kitchen. There's the bedside lamp that keeps my face a little bit brighter. And yeah, we feel very blessed. There's plenty of room for us to function. We all like our own space, and there's plenty of room. So we have a fantastic sort of kitchen, and Ellie can cook and bake with Ayla. It's fantastic. There's room for us to spread out, and we are surrounded by countryside as far as the eye can see. We're in a hamlet of 4 houses around us, so there's no shops. The nearest village is 4k away, and there's hardly anything there. Maybe a baker's open 5.5 days a week, a hairdresser's that's been closed the whole lockdown time, and a library that's been closed the whole lockdown time. So nothing else there. We have to go 20k to get our groceries, and I'm the only one who's been out in 7.5 weeks until yesterday, which is when France released its eased its restrictions, and we were allowed out, and the girls just couldn't. They were so excited that they could get in the car and go for a drive. We could just go to playgrounds, but even then it was pretty bleak. It coincided with a horrible day, cold, wet and rainy. We've had some fantastic weather since we've been here, and like I say, we can go and play outside. We feel very blessed, whereas if we'd still been in Asia, we've still got lots of friends there, and we loved Asia. But if we'd been locked down, I'm not too sure that would have been a great experience. Small accommodation, limited cooking facilities. Would have been quite lots of heat, very hot, lots of creepy crawlies. I'm not too sure we would have coped as well. So we feel very blessed. So once again, please let me know where you guys are. Say yes if you're still locked down, and let us know where in the world you are, just in the chat, and that will be awesome. The show is meant to be very spontaneous. It's meant to be fun. If you come on, we'll give you a nice round of applause. What happened then? Oh no, I know what happened then. Built-in microphone. What's happened to my sound effects? Oh, I know what's happened. Okay, forgive me. Let's go back to here. And there we go. So if you come on the show, we'll give you a nice big round of applause. Might even give you a nice big DJ. So why don't I explain why I'm actually doing that, and how it relates to the whole sort of leveling up. So the idea of the show, it's evolved, but the idea of the show is, through leveling up, can you make the world a better place, your world, others' world, the world, a better place today than it was yesterday, because you invested in yourself, you leveled up. And that came about because about a month or so ago, probably around the beginning of COVID-19, as it started to take hold, I was listening to a podcast where the host challenged the listeners to make the most of this time. Now, he wasn't saying what you should learn, but what he was saying is that, for most of us, we've got a different allocation of time. We still have 24/7 that we've always had, but circumstances have changed, and that we can't use it in the way that we perhaps are used to, and so that has reallocated our time, and for many that has freed up time that you otherwise wouldn't have, maybe through commuting or regular commitments that you no longer can attend. And the challenge was to put this time to good use. Don't binge on something and waste it with nothing to show for the end, because and he wasn't, and a lot of this is my interpretation, but he wasn't saying you had to go and upskill professionally or get a new job or anything like that. What he was saying is times are going to be different, but now is a great time to read books, take courses. A lot of universities and online establishments are giving courses away for free or severely discounted. There's all sorts of ways you can level up, and it doesn't. I say it could be that you're exploring your creative side, taking up art or painting or musical instrument, or trying to learn a language. But it could be going out in the garden and tidying up the garden, or doing some decorating or DIY things that you've put off, and that now's a great time to do that. But of course, you could go in and learn a new skill online, maybe start a side hustle, all sorts of things. Upskilling something that you think will develop your career, learning some new tools, learning some soft skills, whatever. You can work on that. The point he was making is don't waste this time, so that when you come out at the end, if you haven't moved forward or upskilled and as I say, leveled up, then you've only yourself to blame if your world has moved on, because the people around you who return to the new normal, whatever that might look like, they have taken advantage of these times and have picked up new skills or whatever, and are moving on in a different way. So you'll only have yourself to blame. The second event that led to this show is I was introduced through the World Schooling Movement by a mutual friend to a gentleman by the name of Trey Hipp. And Trey is living in Mexico with his family. And Trey was trying to breathe life into a small business mastermind accountability group online within the World Schoolers movement, and I was keen to get involved, but the time difference is not quite working for us, and so our mutual friend hooked us up, and we just chatted one-to-one at a mutually convenient time. And as we were sharing stories and how we might be able to help each other, I was reflecting on a past life where I had hosted professionally accountability groups for a number of years. I did it for a number of years. I haven't done it for a number of years. No longer wear that hat. And Trey and I just agreed that we would just both sleep on the conversation and see where it took us and stay in touch. And so that's what I did. And then, of course, Ellie and I, in our own private moments, were reflecting on the current state of world affairs, and we wanted to make sure that we were available to be of help. We wanted to live on purpose, as we've always been trying to do, and so we made our calendar available, and people could schedule appointments, and if they wanted to just talk about anything, we would provide a listening ear and an empathetic ear, and that's what we did. But I felt there was more we could do, which led to the fourth thing, and that was me observing my own mentors, peers, inspiration in the online world were creating online platforms or using online platforms to create a sort of ask me anything environment. And I saw that, and in tandem with the offering up our calendar, all these things, Martin's challenge, my chat with Trey about accountability, and the need for connection, and the ask me anything, all those things sort of swirled around me sort of subconsciously. I then went, well, why don't I level up? And I'd been wanting to do more with live video for a long while. We've got a lot of video content, but we're not video editors, and so we're miles behind. We're trying to keep our content up in the internet, which reminds me, So I'll come. Please, if you are new to the show, give us a bit of love. If you watch this far, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, tell YouTube you're getting something out of it, and then turn on that notifications, and then use the comments to let me know what you think. And please be constructive. Help, let me. I will only level up when I know that the audience want me to level up in X, ABC way or XYZ. In the meantime, I'll show you. So what I wanted to do is so I'm broadcasting to you now live using some software called Ecamm Live. It's a subscription-based service, and you install the software on your computer. But it's the Ecamm Live software that allows me to put these things on the screen, like what you just saw there, the subscribe to the show, like that is a transparent overlay that I can put over the screen and click it on and off. So I'm just going to turn that off now, but it's what allows me to turn the hashtag on and off and things like that. It's what allows me to put the show URL. I can change scenes to the where in the world you are. So remember, if you are just seeing this and you are coming in, please let us know. Tell us, are you still in lockdown? Yes or no in the chat, and and tell us where you are. It allows me to do this camera switching, so I can go over here knowing that I'm talking to my Canon camera. Now, when I first started, I was only talking to this camera, because this is the built-in camera on my MacBook Pro. By the way, Ecamm Live only works on MacBook. If you want to know more, there is a link in the description. Just click on that. Fantastic piece of software. So when I first started, I didn't have this camera working. I wasn't quite sure how to get it going, how it fitted into the whole thing. But effectively, this is a Canon EOS M6. I'm not a photographer. I don't really know the ins and outs, but it's a lightweight camera that we can use over and above our phones. You can hold it in your hand and sort of vlog with it. We have used it a little bit for that, but I wasn't really making much use of it. Wasn't making much use of the Ecamm Live software, and I knew if I went live, I would be able to practice. And the only way I was going to be able to get better was if I practiced, if I got stuck in and practiced. And part of getting stuck in and practicing was find out, right, how do I use this camera as a webcam? And that's what allows me to go back and forth. So I understand from some people who have given me feedback that the quality of this camera is better than the quality of this camera. But we don't have a great internet connection here where we are, so I do have a sort of slowed down stream, and that might explain why I've got the quality of the image is not too good. It also, the camera is one of the reasons why I come at you from these headphones. I don't have I don't have a professional podcast mic or anything like that. These are things I'm going to grow into because I'm leveling up in that way. And so what's happening is the camera, which is to the left of my screen, is plugged in via USB cable, which uses up one of my USB slots, which means I can't currently use my headphones USB. But so far, this has worked. But as I invest and get better, I will invest in a microphone and a USB hub, and we'll take the show to the next level. But there's plenty of other things we can do. On the screen there is an example of how you can come on the show, and this is part of leveling up. And so if you've been watching, you'll know that we have had guests on. We've had guests from Mexico, we've had guests from Canada, guests from New Zealand, guests from the UK. We've had people commenting from different parts of the world. So very much an international show, depending on what time zone that you might be in. And so you can come on the show, and it's a spontaneous thing, kind of like a radio call-in thing. And like I say, I just want to I want to give you a platform that you can practice your own leveling up. And so it's a family show. If you want to bring the kids on and show how they're leveling up, by all means, maybe they've done some drawings or paintings, or they want to play a little musical tune or something, please bring them on. We actually have hashtag World Schooling Wednesday, That'd be a good day to bring them on. And on Friday, the hashtag Family Friday, when we meet other location independent or traveling families from around the world, and all are invited. So maybe those days, if you are watching, those are good days to introduce your family. So in order to come on the show, you literally just you can't click the link on the screen, but if you can somehow copy and paste that, I have put it into the chat, and you should be able to click on it and click on that, and it will take you to a virtual room. And behind the scenes, the software just sees you, and we can bring you on the screen, and we'll have a nice sort of split screen with you on one side and me on another. And come and tell us about your day. Tell us about lockdown. It'd be awesome to see you. Awesome to hear what's going on in your world and how you are leveling up. So yeah, at the beginning of the show, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was playing around with all the sorts of things around me. One day I'll give you a behind the scenes of Ecamm Live, because I can share, so I can show you how I can share the desktop. That's so you can see that my own broadcast has been paused, because with the lag, what happens is that the feedback, the sound starts coming through. So you can. That's the disadvantage of not having the microphone and the USB microphone in place. But we'll work on that. But I just pause it, and it's not a problem. So, but there is a time delay. So if you're listening to this and you do Skype in, you'll be Skyping live, but the broadcast will be a minute, maybe even longer behind. So just something to be aware of. So there's lots we can do. We can bring videos in, and have brought videos in, and that helps us to do tutorials. So there's all sorts of things that I'm going to do and show you that we can do. So this is me leveling up, so that I get better at live video, and take your feedback and do that. So okay, so there you have it. I put it out there. Can you make the world a better place today than it was yesterday, because you leveled up in some shape or form, for yourself, for your family, for your business? Did you do something that made the world a better place? So yeah, if you do, come and tell me about it, and join in the fun. Okay, All right, it's time. Let's turn into Tech Tuesday. I am going to go into screen sharing mode. I'm going to turn off all this stuff on the screen, and I'm just going to change scenes. No, we are going to. No, we're just going to turn it all off, and then I'm going to just go into screen sharing mode. So we'll off with that, off with that, off with that, and screen. Let me just get ready behind the scenes. We want. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, so we are looking at building a new resource page using a Divi, a combination of Gutenberg, the Divi block builder, and the Divi theme. And last week that was the real topic, and tonight it is about using affiliate links. So I'll just repeat that one more time. So tonight we are looking at using building a resources page using affiliate links and the Divi theme, the Divi block builder, the Gutenberg Ultimate Blocks, and Gutenberg itself native. And this is the current resources page on our Parenting Passports and Profits page, and it's already got Divi in the background, but the page itself is based on history. It's got normal Gutenberg text, but the rest of the design is standard buttons, and what I'm hovering over are grids that were built in Essential Grid. So I build little grids. That's what produces these at the logos, and that's how this page has been put together. But we recently changed the theme to be Divi, and we now have new tools available. So I feel like for a start, this page is severely out of date, and I want to put some new tools in there and maybe ditch a couple. So it's a Divi. You're looking at a Divi enabled header, a Divi enabled footer, and the footer actually starts here. This is a call to action that's built on every page. This may be not quite appropriate on this page, but for now I'm just going to leave it there. But it's the bit in the middle here that is all WordPress content that's got affiliate links that I'm looking to rebuild using native Gutenberg, Divi blocks, Divi Gutenberg blocks, Ultimate Blocks plugin, and Gutenberg itself, and putting the affiliate links where we can. And I've taken my inspiration from people like Primal Video, their resource page, from Amy Porterfield's resource page, where they talk about tools of the trade. I've looked for how Pat Flynn is another mentor and inspiration of mine, and how Pat lays his out. I really like the way he puts this is an affiliate link in there. And so I want to build that into the new page. So let me show you how it's currently looking. So this is a preview on a staging site. So I haven't got all the text already, but what you'll see there is, so it's a copy. So I've copied that page, and using the Divi layer editor is what you can see here. So the Divi layer is this above the fold bit and this second bit above the fold, and this is where we're going to have our main featured tools, the ones we use day in, day out, that make the most difference to us as business people. And so I'll update the text in due course, mainly I've been working on the layout, but I'm really pleased that I've been able to get this is an affiliate link, and we've got the buttons going. So remember, this is a staging site, so I'm not building in all of the links, because the links won't be accurate. So that's the layout, and then what you should see next is, now you're starting to see the WordPress content. And as I say, this is not the final page. I've got to edit a lot of the text. I haven't been working on the text. So now what you see here with the red, the yellow and the blue is this is the Ultimate Blocks plugin using buttons inside some columns. And so here we can use anchor text to navigate down and all the way down, and I'm quite liking how that's coming together. So this is probably the only place that I'm really using the Ultimate Blocks, is to do this navigation. And then as you can see, click on parenting, we go straight, and I've got my first set of links, and this is where I'm using if we look at Pat Flynn's, this sort of 3-column effect, and I've built that in. There's behind the scenes, there's the 3-column effect. And then if you look at these guys, Primal Video, they've got in the featured one, they got, it's like just one going across, and then when they go further down, you get into like the column effect. So Amy Porterfield does it all in the sort of one row, and Pat Flynn does a combination. So you've got the column effect there, and further up you've got the featured image in the one row. So I've done the same and looked for ways we can do both. So you've got the 3-column and then the single row. Now here's a good example of experimenting. So I've added these two under our parenting education category, Home Education Accelerator and Skillshare, which is a freemium course provider. But if you look, so I've got that in the sort of single row option, and then if you scroll down a little bit, I've got them side by side in a column, and I was keen to see what they look like in the 2 different versions. Now I don't know what you think, but with the Home Education Accelerator being a significantly longer name than the Skillshare one, I am tempted to stick with the row rather than the columns. So moving down, you see I've sort of got some things being planned in draft, going for the rows on these. Now this one here, where the word trusted house is such a long word, it does affect the button, but this is where the perfectionist in me has to move on and go, just forget it, come back and fix it later, but don't get bogged down by it. Now I'm starting to get into some other tools that come together. We use Kit to build these. I can tell you about that another day. And now we're getting down to what I was working on today. We use a lot of online marketing tools. I've just kind of been planning this out, and then I've been building the images behind the screens, and then these are templated ways to bring, so these are reusable blocks, what you're looking at, and then what I'll do is I'll bring the reusable blocks inside to this section, and then to convert them to regular blocks and turn them into the final product so that it starts to look like what's going on here. So yeah, if you saw the first week's show, you'll sort of see that hopefully this will make a bit more sense as to what it took to get this far. So tonight, so remember, it was all about building affiliate links. So this is a resources page where we want to, you know, this call for action, try Ecamm Live. So Ecamm Live is the software that we're broadcasting from, and this one is an affiliate link. Now, because I'm on the staging site, I am not linking all the, you might be able to see hovering down, it's picking up an old, it's picking up someone else's affiliate link because I was creating templates. But the whole idea is that each of these buttons will go to the affiliate link. But on the staging site, I don't have all the affiliate links set up as what we call dynamic content. So this is what I'm about to show you. But the idea is that you click on one of these, whichever one you're interested in, and it will take you to the page of Ecamm Live where you can learn more about the software. And should you decide to proceed with that software and invest in it yourself, we will receive a small commission for referring the sale. You do not pay any extra. That's how affiliates work. We just pass on the referral. You don't have to buy whatever service we recommend, and depending on whose link you clicked on, we may or may not receive a commission. So some of these, like these ones here in the parenting community, these are not affiliates, these are just resources we highly value and recommend in our world schooling community, and we encourage people to get involved, but there's no money involved in those, whereas this one here is an affiliate link, etc., etc. So that's how it works. So I thought tonight I'd just dive behind the scenes actually with the show you how the affiliates work. So we use a plugin called Thirsty Affiliates, and Thirsty Affiliates is a really useful little tool where you can set things up so that it has what's called a pretty link, because I don't know if you can see over on the right hand side, link destination. These are, so you can see the staging site, but you can also see where the destination should go, and those aren't often very nice looking URLs. Now that shouldn't be the end of the world, but some people get a bit uppity about those. So what you can do is you can create a cloaked URL. So let me show you how you do that. And it's really simple. You would give this affiliate link a name, so I'll just call it test, and then you would put in the destination URL. I'm just going to put test in, but you'd put in your affiliate link. It's not going to like that if I deal with that. But here you can upload or insert images. So I don't know if so you can see we've got some of our images there. I'm just testing things on the staging site, but there's the Skillshare one. We could add that in, add to affiliate link, and then what you should see, if I just move that out the way, oh, that's mine, and you'll see that Skillshare has been added. And if I just, let's see if I can save that. And what you should see, see, it wants a proper URL. Okay, so I'm just going to put so you can see it wants the full one. This is not an affiliate link, but I want to just show you how. I don't know why that changes you made. That shouldn't come up. But, and if we go to the post updated, there you go. So what I wanted to show you was that you can give it a cloaked URL where you can configure what its pretty path is. And in our case, we say we have a subfolder recommends, which is like it's not really a subfolder, although I guess technically it is, but it's just a prefix that says we recommend, X, Y, Z. So we've called this affiliate test, and that's why it says Parenting Passports and Profits recommends test. And then that would be the pretty link that you could put on your website or in places that you're allowed to put pretty links. And if anyone clicks on it, then it would go to this URL. And so you don't have to use it for affiliates. You may want to put in, some people use it as a redirect where they land on one page but they want it to go to another page. So you can do that. For example, some people might redirect to their YouTube page, and this is one way you could do it. I've seen people do that. And when you're actually on your pages, you simply can call up the Thirsty Affiliates plugin and choose whichever affiliate you want. And if it's got an image attached, you'll be able to click on the image and insert that in. It's not quite as easy in Gutenberg as it is with Classic Editor, but it is possible. So it's a really simple tool, and it's as simple as that. You can create categories, so you can. So if I go to link categories, you'll see that we have a number of categories set up. We've updated this on the live site, but you can assign each link a category. So over on the side there, you'll see how many we've got inside each category, although this is a staging site and it's out of date. But what I wanted to show you was things can be in more than one category. That's really more for management. But what I really wanted to show you is it's a very simple tool. So there's pretty much that is all there is to it. And then so when you're writing content, you would just insert that and write content that has a call to action. But if I go over to the live site, I wanted to show you there's a couple of really useful things that you can do with the plugin that I didn't even know existed until a wee while back. And one of them is you can get reports. So this is the link overview report. This is a low traffic site. This is one we're starting to put a lot more work into. But you can see year, last month, you can filter it down. But then what you can do, you can get very specific. So if I put in one I know we've got going, I can, and you see there's a number of ConvertKit affiliates in there, and I can click on that and watch what happens. You get, you fetch report, and it will tell you how that particular thing is being clicked on in relation to all your clicks. So what you can do here is get a feel for whether one particular affiliate is taking up is responsible for a lot of the clicks. Now this isn't an affiliate conversion report. This is just a very basic sort of reporting of clicks within your own WordPress. If you want the analytics for how they're converting, you really need to be in the dashboard of the affiliate. So ConvertKit uses, I've forgotten the name, they used to be on Ambassador, Get Ambassador, and they changed Mint Link, I think it is now. So you would log into your Mint Link dashboard, and it would be there that you would see what's happening to these clicks, how many are converting, what revenue that's turning into. This is just a very, very just quick and easy insight as to its first level of click behavior, which is on your site. And then the other thing to look for, which I found very useful, is if we go back to affiliate links and we are on the live site, and just click on, we'll go back to that ConvertKit. So using ConvertKit as an example, as I say, they changed their affiliate scheme some while ago, which meant all my affiliate links would have changed. And so having Thirsty Affiliates as a tool, it means you only have to go in and change the affiliate link once in your back end. Otherwise, you'd have to go in and find everywhere that affiliate exists and update, which goes to what I wanted to show you here, where at the bottom, and I didn't know this existed, so at the bottom of adding a new affiliate link, you can, after you've started adding it, you can do a scan. And I know that this affiliate link only lives on one page, which is the resources page that we are currently building. So if you've used an affiliate link across a wide variety of posts or pages on your site, this scanning tool at the bottom of each affiliate link is just gold, because if you ever need to update anything, maybe you ditch one partnership and replace it with another, you might want to know all the places that you need to replace it, and this is how you can do it. Now you can do it through Google Analytics, you can do it through Tag Manager, you can do it through tools like Screaming Frog, but man, they are way more complex and complicated. This is as simple as it needs to be for most people. Check the affiliate link out, run this scan, see all the places it exists, and then go in and start changing all of those, and that's awesome. And if you've got if you've that, and that's if you're swapping the affiliate out, but if you are just updating a new affiliate scheme, then you would only have to change that in in up here. So you would just change this destination URL to the new affiliate, and all your affiliates would start going to the right place because the cloaked URL is the one that's been shared everywhere. Okay, hope that makes sense. So I'm not gonna go on for too long there and come back. Yeah, so that was all I really wanted to show you, and I felt like I missed that bit out last week, is that yeah, your affiliate links are a vital part of earning online money, but the tools to manage those are really quite simple. And so when we go back to the, actually I'll just go back in, when I go back to the this page here, it's simply about, in my case, just getting new images for all the new tools that we're bringing on board, putting them into your media, and then adding those affiliate links, like I say. So here we would add an affiliate link, we would add images in media, and then, or we would add the media first, then we would add the affiliate link, we would go to the affiliate, we would, you don't need to do this, but you can add the image down here, actually attached to the affiliate link, so that when you're typing it into your blog post or your page, it comes up with an image option. You don't have to do that, it can just be a text-based one, but we've uploaded the images to media where we're using them on the page, so you'll see that they're in the back end here, and that's what is producing the front end there. Okay, and then once you've got the images and the affiliate URL, then you can just start building your resource page like we are doing here, and you don't have to put as much effort in as we've done. You can keep it a lot simpler. I've just decided that this is an important page. I'm going to give it some TLC that it hasn't had before, and take it from there. So yeah, watch this space. In the coming weeks, this page is going to go live. I made some progress today. We're getting some new images in behind the scenes, and I just need to build out this profits area with the tools, and then we'll start filling in the text and make the page live, and then start writing content that drives traffic to it. Okay, back to here and back to me. So yeah, so hopefully that gave you some insights into using Thirsty Affiliates as a tool to attract or execute affiliate sales, and hopefully you saw how we're using it in the resources page. As I say, I've chosen arguably to make it quite complex because I wanted to get a certain look and feel using learning from my own inspirations, and that's what I've done. But as I say, you don't need to make it as complicated as that. So it's taken a bit longer for me, but yeah, hopefully you got a bit of an idea what's possible. Okay, so that wraps up Tech Tuesday. So if you're watching live, thank you very much. If you're watching the recording, I hope you got something out of that. And remember, give us some love. I will keep making videos. I will keep getting better at them. We are behind the scenes. We are creating quite a few solid frameworks. I'm not afraid of the camera, but I haven't practiced for a long while. And me just being here is just getting myself back into the groove of creating content. But getting feedback about how I can get better and what you want to see and what you want to hear will help me. So I hope you understand that. I'm trying to make the world a better place today than it was yesterday. That's what leveling up is all about. I challenge and encourage you to do the same, and let me know how it's going. Tomorrow it is World Schooling Wednesday, and so that is when we look at all things around home education, unschooling, homeschooling, and world schooling. And so if you want to contribute to the show, be sure to tune in. And on that note, I will love you and leave you wherever in the world you are, whether you're waking up in the Australias or New Zealands, if you are enjoying some afternoon R&R in the Americas, or whether you're like me in Europe where you're probably thinking about going to bed. I bid you good health and happiness. Make the world a better place today than it was yesterday. Level up, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, take care now. Bye-bye.